You're a
You
homeowner. What do you think of data centers? And would you be open to having a data center at your house?
I would have to say, yeah, because I love the technology and I understand why they're doing it. If we have more attached to the house, it's less data centers out there in the field. But again, it depends on, can I make some money? I get free Wi-Fi, all of that stuff.
All right,
High
look,
high powered Wi-Fi.
tech companies want to rent space in your house to store small AI server boxes. Now, we were talking about how these data centers, they're consuming all of the energy, taking all the water. We're stuck with the bill. Well, now these big data centers are running out of power and space, so startups are trying to spread the workload across regular homes. They promise to pay you passive income and even heat your home with the extra warmth the servers produce. It sounds like easy money, but it brings real risk like high electric bills, loud fan noises, and potential fire hazards. The biggest thing about all of this is these big tech companies are running into a major wall because AI takes on an unreal amount of power. And the massive data centers are maxing out the power grids in major cities. Companies cannot build them fast enough, and they're getting a lot of pushback. So companies are saying, we want them here. But then the people are like, you're not going to be building no data center here. But what if you took a data center and had a mini one in your home? Now, at the end of the day, decentralized computing, startups want to ship a high-end server box straight to your house, plug them into your wall, and use your home internet to process AI data. Instead of one massive building in a tech hub, they're spreading thousands of mini servers across regular neighborhoods. They're trying to sweet talk homeowners by promising monthly checks and using the intense heat from the computer processors to warm the basement of your water tank. All right, now how could this benefit you? You can monetize empty space in your home, like a cleared out closet or an empty nest bedroom, to bring in extra monthly revenue without working a physical job. You can pipe the thermal exhaust from these heavy duty servers directly into your home heating ducts or water heater. And so now that cuts down your natural gas or your electric bill during the cold winters. And then you also get enterprise grade hardware running on your property, means that you can negotiate better fiber optic internet packages with your service provider. That's what Hurricane Dave said he wanted. He said, I need that fast Wi-Fi. And then also, they're saying that you get pre-wiring a garage or basement with heavy duty 240 volt electric outlets required for these servers. Update your electrical panel. This adds modern power capacity that appeals to future home buyers. So you getting the latest and the greatest when it comes to your wattage. You gonna get that power coming through. And now, why should you care about all of this? Tech companies are trying to move heavy industrial machinery into residential zones. So if your neighbor signs up for this, it can impact your shared power grid or create constant humming noises through the walls. If you put one in your own house, you are letting a corporation run unverified data through your private internet line. This happens on your personal account. Now, some things you need to know about. The servers draw massive amounts of electricity, y'all. A lot of power. Your power bill is going to jump significantly. If the tech company does not reimburse you correctly, or if they have a software glitch from the power that they draw, you lose money. So standard homeowner insurance policies do not cover commercial data center operations. So you are a homeowner, you put this in here, and something go wrong, you get an electrical fire, you on your own because you got a data center. You're going to have to talk to that startup company as opposed to talking to your home insurance company, and you could be denied. So something to think about. Some of it is good, some of it is bad. Now, the financial payout, how does it work? You're not getting a salary, y'all. It's structured as a direct subsidy. These companies typically pay for 100% of the electricity the server consumes plus a small rental premium. Or they provide the hardware and the massive thermal heat it generates completely free to charge to eliminate your home heating bill. So companies are offering these residential setups generally do not pay a massive flat monthly check. They just cover the exact cost of the electricity, the server pulls from the wall, and then they give you a little, a little extra on the top, if that makes sense. I gotta ask. Let me ask the audience, if a new startup wants to pay you to put a mini AI server box in your yard, what is your biggest concern? One, the noise levels outside your home, getting paid over $20,000 per year. Three, people stealing the expensive technology, or hackers getting onto my network. What is your biggest concern? Hurricane Dave, talk to me. Talk to the people.
Yeah, I would say you brought up a lot of very good things. I like the concept because I think it helps. But that noise thing, that hum, that buzz through the wall, that's not going to work for me. Things sometimes always seem really, really good until you get it. I remember that people went through that with the solar stuff. A lot of solar people got taken advantage of. And so I have to see it in real life before I would make a real commitment to it. And it needs to be a repay enough to cover the bills. And how much is that little something, something, something? Is it 20 grand? Is it 20 grand a year, or is it just an extra $200 a month? Now, for that, I might not want all of that. It has to be something that makes sense.
Okay. Well, look, this is what the audience is saying over here. They saying, I'm worried about them hackers getting onto my network. Or somebody saying, look at it. What is it? They steal the copper and they steal the catalytic converters on the bottom of your cars. Well, what if they say, oh, this is some money over here. I can make some money, make some coin. What if they say that? Would that be something that would bother you? Something to think about now. You know what I mean? I know you talking about noise, but we talking about the money, the moolah. Because now, what if someone steals it? And then now, will the startups be willing to repay or offer another one, or will I be responsible for that? But I got the Ring camera.
Good questions. Yeah. First of all, it would have to be on the back end of my house, because I'm not trying to have no eyesore on the side of my house, or definitely not in the front. It would be in the garage. Like we see all these Tesla owners, they have their stuff in the garage. But the heat factor and all those things those are things that have to be considered. But in the backyard, for sure.
Speaking of that, this is what we're working with over here when we talk about this. This is what the data center will actually look like right here. Or what about this one right here? This is on the side of the house. Think about it. This is what it would look like. I mean, this is literally a concept of NVIDIA putting their data center right there on the side of a home. So is that something that you would say, okay, now this one might be in the backyard right here for Hurricane Dave? So, I mean, that one would make sense. But then this one right here is on the side of the home. So, your neighbors are going to be like, hey, I hear this noise. Think about the people who have Generacs in their house that's outside and you lose power. And then that Generac makes that loud, thunderous noise once the power go out, and their house is the only house that's lit up. And your and your house is like, we ain't got no electricity. Our refrigerator, what about my meat? Think about that.
Right.
Now, hey, what about my internet? Come on now. Think about it. Let's see what the people are saying. They saying HOA issues. Come on, Mama D. You talking. You cooking with some fish grease over there. If they get the unit economics right, I think this will take off in some communities, just like Google Screenwise, says Ray Wright. Welcome, Ray Wright. Thank you so much for pulling up on us. Yeah. What about the side effects? See, we didn't even talk about that one right there. What's the side effects of having a data center? Will you get cancer? You're drawing the water, so will the water be healthy and clean, even though it's coming from your hot water tank? These are things that we need to think about. Does the home insurance go up in price? Well, they just said that the home insurance, they probably not going to cover this. So you're going to be getting your electricity bill covered. What they say let me put this over here. What they say all the time, as long as it's working, we good. But the second something gets messed up, who you going to call? Because you can't call the home insurance company. You can't call them. Who you going to call? Startup company saying, hey, we did our part. So as long as everything's fine, we ain't got no issues. But the second you got an issue, you might be on your own. That's all I'm gonna say. Dave, anything else you want to add?
Nobody wants to be on their own. That's for sure. That's for sure.
Tap in with us Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. We simplify it for you. You can't say we didn't tell you. See y'all there. Don't miss out.